Welcome, people of the World Wide Web. So it's Cypher Sigma here. It's a Wednesday, and as we know, it's a look what I've been watching. So we're up to episode 45. So yeah, not probably a few more months and we would have hit a year of people watching what I'm watching. I hope you're enjoying this series. I know it doesn't get massive amount of views, but still, like people come and see what I'm watching. So this is what I've been watching. Unfortunately, we get into small loads. I've had a lot of other stuff on we're working at, so it's very limited of what I've been able to watch, but we shall get into it. So first off is the Steelbook of Cowboys and Aliens. So this is I watched last night. I quite like this movie. I said I didn't remember much of it back in the day when I did watch it. I think 2011 it came out, from Jon Favreau. Obviously, he has Daniel Craig, Harrison Ford, and Olivia Wilde, amongst a lot of other Sam Rockwell and a few other famous people in there. But I like the idea. Now, the execution of it fails, I think, in places, and the story could do with a little bit of a tweaking in my eyes. I do think Daniel Craig in the hat, like this image I hit, it looks really good, but when you see him in the hat, he looks like the hat's far too big for his head. Maybe, I don't know if it's maybe it's just me. Maybe I would have mixed a few of the characters around and actors he played them, especially the story as well. But yeah, obviously I picked this Steelbook up for £4 from CX a little while ago, so glad that I've rewatched it. And say I do enjoy it. I kind of have the other day come up with my philosophy that obviously if a Steelbook, if it's £5 or under and it's from a good movie, I'll pick it up. The only way I will spend over £5 is if it is a movie I really, really like, and I think that's the process I'm basically going to stick with going forwards. So the next one, so this was a birthday present from my friends last year. And I only got round to watching it, and it is the complete first season of the new rebooted, or I don't know if if you call it a reboot, but Quantum Leap. So this does follow on from Sam Beckett. It does mention him by name in the first episode, and it does mention Sam as well, and there are some links to him. It is, I think, 16 episodes. Might have been 18, 16. I think it was 16 episodes, and it was not bad. I must admit, it took me a while to get into. There are some themes I like to use very strongly early on, and I just didn't gel with it. I don't really remember from the original series, so it's really hard to go, and I've not seen any reviews, so unfortunately I've avoided all of AJ's things, so I don't want to ruin it. It does leave it on a cliffhanger, so if you are looking to buy this, obviously it doesn't, you can't watch the first series, and as I say, I wasn't sure if I was going to go on it, but because there's a cliffhanger, and I think the second series is smaller because the writers strike, it will take me a little while, but I'll probably pick up season 2. But yeah, it weren't bad. I quite like the image. Again, the characters, it took me about halfway, maybe 10 episodes before I started to warm to some of them, and before I think they found a nice way to use the characters and use it to their strengths, and it may just be the actors and actresses and people they had portraying the roles that maybe they're all not really new ones, except for Magic, who is played by Ernie Hudson. He's the only kind of actor I knew who had been in anything else. But yeah, not too bad. I say a few weak points near the end, but I had some storylines and some stuff that worked really well. And I say it's left it on a cliffhanger, so I'm interested in where it goes for the next one. So let's put that there. Then we go for another Steelbook. So this is Concussion. And this is Will Smith. And I know Will Smith obviously has had a lot of news about the whole Jada Pinkett Smith and the slap Chris Rock. But to be honest, watching this made me realise how good an actor he actually is. And I think people know I do an actor factor from time to time, and I'm way behind of doing my Andrew Garfield one. But I think the next person I probably will choose is Will Smith, because there are a lot of movies that he had done that I really, really like, and this is a really, really good one it's in. It is quite scary when you see what he was up against, and he's a doctor and trying to find it, and yeah, it's just the people putting their lives on the line every day playing American football, and just the effects that it actually has on them, and just as soon as they're finished being players, that's it, they don't get any care, and they were suffering. But yeah, very, very good film. Glad to have Steelbook. It only cost me £3 or £4. Another one, so cheap one I picked up to finish off some of it, is Despicable Me 3. So this is the story of Gru, and he finds out he has a brother, and you have the evil bad guy played by one of the creators of South Park. I want to say Trey Matt Stone or Trey Parker. I want to say it's Trey Parker, I think it is. Let's see if it has it. Yeah, it is Trey Parker. I quite like this. This is very funny. I like the 80s and stuff of how it is. The bad guy is. I like the animation. I like the stories. I like the minions. Obviously, my wife is called Mel, and this little minion here is called Mel. So I find that quite funny, even though he's a bloke. But it is really good. But yeah, it's a fun family. You know, I think this Despicable Me, the fact they got to the third movie and obviously they had Minions 1, I think at this point Minions 2 hadn't been out, that they were still doing quite good stories. And I, yeah, definitely agree. That's good. And I'm glad to have that and almost completed. I just need Minions 2. And then the final one for this week is 48 Hours. So this is Nick Nolte and Eddie Murphy, and kind of he's a cop, he's a prisoner, but he's trying to get his story. I didn't know anything about this went into it, and to be honest, I was a little disappointed. I mean, I like some of Nick Nolte's older roles. I didn't think he was really that good in this lead. It's just me. Don't hold it against me. I do like Eddie Murphy, but again, I don't think he was kind of used right. He was maybe in an era where he was trying to find himself before, like the Naked Gun, the cop. What is the? Why can't I think of Eddie Murphy's cop? One's it in there, but it is. But yeah, it was an alright movie. It got that very 80s feel, which I think they did quite well. But yeah, I didn't really gel with Nick Nolte in this, so I think it didn't really hit as hard as it could have done. Beverly Hills Cop, that's what Eddie Murphy is in. I don't know what my brain is. So yes, so only two steelbooks in there, one series and 2 movies for this week. So quite a short list. But yes, have you seen any of these? Any of these you would recommend, not recommend? Let me know in the comments down below. I've been Cypher Sigma Screen Time. This has been Look What I've Been Watching, episode 45, and I shall see you in the next one.